Hi, I'm Dr. Mia Barnes. I'm so excited to welcome you all to Nail Haven.
Hello, Mia. Hey guys, we are at the Nail Havens Salon out here in Odenton, Maryland, and we're getting ready to start the salon tour with this beautiful, beautiful space. We cannot wait.
Yes, thank you so much for visiting. So, this is our check in desk where our wonderful guest services team is here to greet you with a friendly smile and a happy face when you walk in. We have our waiting area over here. We also have our beer and wine license, so we do offer complimentary wine and beer for all
Mm.
of our guests. I just want to take a minute to show. We have some signature scrubs here that we carry, different scents that we also utilize and incorporate into our
Do they
services.
sell those online or you have to come here?
You have to come here to get
Okay.
them. Yep. So we have plenty of different colors available. All of our team, we have different team members that are not only certified in certain skill sets. So we have 3 nail artists that are certified in master pedicurists, and these are really our team that is able to offer paramedical pedicures. So
Mm.
we're able to serve guests that have diabetes or health conditions that they should potentially not be using water-based services. So we're able to do dry pedicures and offer really a higher level of service for guests that need specialized care or anyone that's looking for a more of a wellness-based services. Our polishes are here. We offer a wide selection of different polishes available. One of the other unique features that we have at Nail Haven is really our commitment to sanitation, to cleaning standards. So if you notice when you come in, our nail artists are required to sanitize their desks after each and every service to make sure that they're clean and ready to go. So we really pride ourselves on being a very, very clean salon and really our commitment to ensure that all of our practices are really above the standard of practice. So when it comes to sanitizing our jets, our pedicure jets, that's also a concern for many individuals. Please rest assured that we have a protocol to ensure that all of the jets are sanitized and disinfected after each and every service. No
So I know this is
compromises.
do you utilize this pedicure area over here?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so this is one of our pedicure stations for some of our guests. Someone has just set up for a service right here, so we're able to accommodate 7 individuals. One of the other super cute things is
Oh,
that we have these cute little butterfly chairs available for the little
you guys
ones.
are showing off
So
here.
we literally are able to we have like this unicorn dream pedicure experience in which it's so super cute. They have like a little cocktail, mocktail that they come in and get, a unicorn headband, and a little cute little robe that they get. So we really try to take care of our little Haven
What is
guests.
this beverage? What are y'all
We
serving over
also
here?
have a water machine. So
Okay.
it's able to do still and sparkling water, and we're able to also get flavors as well. So we have that as an option for our guests. We have, of course, tea options available for those that prefer tea and a wide selection of different teas. I'm also going to take you back here. We are also able to do private events. So this is one of our private events area where we are able to host, whether it be a bachelorette party or a bridal shower. We're able to create a very
Wow. Do you
intimate
guys
space.
use this area
Yes.
often?
So we're able to use this space to be able to host any of your special events. Or if you want an intimate moment with you and your partner, we can definitely make it very intimate back here to be able to accommodate. So just another option for individuals that are looking for something special or a special
Mm.
experience. And we also partner with the bakery down the street
Wow.
where if it's your birthday, we can offer cupcakes, we can offer sparkling wine, anything that you're celebrating. We have a ton of celebration experiences that we're able to accommodate. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then one of the last stops that we'll make is that I mentioned our signature scrubs. So all of these scrubs are incorporated for you to be able to try them and to feel like which is your favorite. I know that the
Mm.
lemongrass and the strawberry are one of our top favorites, but we have scents that we rotate month to month. So this month, our signature scrub is a frosted snickerdoodle. And
Oh
then we
wow.
also have a Grinch glow. Many people don't love the Grinch glow because it actually is pretty grinchy in terms of of the smell, but it's fun. It's a fun experience for our guests to have
Who's
when they come
creating
in.
those?
Me.
Oh, I should have
Yeah.
known.
Yeah, me. And so again, just different little touches that we have throughout the salon to be able to ensure that everyone is having the experience that we want you to have. And then that's it. That brings us back to the front desk.
Okay. Hey guys, and welcome to another edition of Nails Are a Lifestyle. Today we are in Odenton, Maryland at the Nail Haven Salon. We're here with the owner, Miss Mia, and Miss Mia is going to get into this fantastic story of how she was able to obtain this salon. Even though she is not a nail tech, I am still proud of her. So say hi, Miss Mia.
Hi, it's so wonderful to be here. Thank you so much, Selena, for having me.
Okay, so how long have you had the salon?
The salon has been open for 3 years now. We opened in September of 2022.
So was this your first salon?
It was my first salon. Yeah.
Then what made you want to own the salon even though you don't do nails?
Yeah, that's a great question. So I am a pharmacist by training. So I have my doctor of pharmacy. I had been in the industry, in the pharmaceutical industry, for probably 12 plus years now. And somewhere along the journey, I decided to start an event planning business. So I had that business for a bit after I got married, and we were able to do some really wonderful and amazing events throughout the DC area. And ultimately, one day I was sitting in a nail salon because I love being in the salon. And I realized that a lot of the experiences that I was looking for, I was not finding. I felt like anytime that I wanted to speak up at a nail tech's desk, I was dismissed. I felt like I wasn't welcomed. And I was really willing to pay for a service that I was not getting.
Right.
It felt continuously like many of the experiences were just transactional versus really wanting me there within their salon. And so I literally sat in the salon one day and I said, why can't I do this myself? And that was really the birth of Nail Haven from that point, to try to build something in which, one, everyone feels welcome on a day-to-day basis, no matter who you are, what you look like when you walk in here. My goal ultimately, and my team's goal ultimately, is that everyone experiences some type of love. And it doesn't have to be an intimate love, but it has to be something in which it's a safe space and this is everyone's haven that's here. And then the second part of our journey is really about creating a brand that is service excellence. So I always use the analogy of like a Chick-fil-A versus McDonald's experience. There is a nail salon on every single corner, but what sets us apart is our commitment to service excellence, and that means that we're going to go above and beyond to make sure that you have the experience that you're looking for. And so that really has been my pride and joy. And my team ultimately for them is to make sure that they have opportunities for career growth, that it's not just a desk job, like it's just not a one-off opportunity. I support all of them to making sure that they're achieving their goals, making sure that they have continued education and continued growth. So I think there's so many things that I've been able to build out here that really just started from a little dream that God placed on my heart about just trying to make a bigger impact. And I think that a nail salon is, when you think about it, is one of the best ways that you can impact your community, because you have so many people that are actually coming in and having touch points here.
So this was already a standing salon, right? It was called Nail Haven?
No, it was called Bliss before. And so there was a woman who she owned 5 salons in Maryland, and she wanted to get out of the business. She was moving. And so, as scary as it is, I reached out to her. Ultimately, my goal initially was to actually open something from the ground up.
So how did you know? Did she have it? How did you find out that she was selling?
So a couple of different ways. Initially, I wanted to open the business myself and just build it out from the ground up. The roadblock that I kept hitting is that there's a lot of people who don't look like me and you who manage the commercial real estate industry. And it was getting really hard trying to find a spot that was going to be fitting of what I wanted it to be.
So really like a commercial spot inside of a shopping center.
Yeah,
much, right?
Exactly. That's what I was looking for. Couldn't find that. And so through a roundabout way, I ended up getting connected with a business broker. And he really took it resonated with him for the story and what I was trying to do. So he was like, okay, I'm going to help you. And one of the things, he was very straightforward with me and said, you're not going to be able to build this from the ground up. The best way, if you really want to do this, is to buy a business.
But why would he say that?
I think he recognized that there was a couple of different reasons. One, I had never owned a salon before.
Okay.
Two, I'm a pharmacist, right? Like, so someone who's a pharmacist and then making the decision to want to open a nail salon, it was low that was going to happen the way that I wanted it to. And then three, the other part of it was, I think, just realizing that I, to be able to step into what I wanted it to be, I had to start with something that was already established and then change it to be the culture that I needed it to be.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So once you went on the journey of obtaining the salon, how long did it take for you to actually come, purchase it, and get it started? Like, do you have all the same people? Like, what was the steps with that?
No, so that's a great question. So honestly, I had started this vision to open the salon probably back in 2017 or 2018. And so it took until 2022 for me actually to get to that point. The easy part for me was actually getting funding. So from the very beginning, I had funding, but I couldn't find a space to build out.
Okay.
And so then from there, once I was able to, I reached, again, there's like tons of websites that you can go on that people want to sell businesses. I took the chance. I didn't think that she was going to be willing to sell it to me. But again, my story resonated with her and she, for some reason, was supportive. And so we ended up going through the period of being able to purchase the business. The team that she had then, majority of them are no longer with me now.
Okay.
But now we have a new team. It's been constant. It's like an evolution of constant change.
How many employees do you have here?
Right now we have 16 employees total. We have 13 nail artists, and then the rest are going to be our housekeeper, our guest services team, and then we have one service excellence manager.
So you guys open 7 days a week?
We are open 7 days a week.
Wow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, well, this is another question first. So I know you have all these employees. Are these people, are they commercial? I mean, are they booth renting or commission?
No, they're all commission. Yeah,
Okay.
They're all W-2 on their commission. Yeah.
Okay. So what do you think? So since you don't do nails, and I know, are you here every day or you're not?
I try to pop up when I can.
The practice definitely needs to be seen.
Yes.
Yeah.
But no, I really, I think one of the good things that we're at right now is that everyone is committed to the vision. And so everyone actually can step in and do what they need to do.
Okay.
The manager is here probably 2 to 3 times a week. But other than that, there's honestly not a time when I don't know what's going on in the salon. But I think we have a great team that everyone is committed to actually doing what they say they're going to do.
Well, that's great because if you have 13 nail techs, you have a manager that comes in 2 or 3 times a week and you still pop in, so everyone's pretty much self-sufficient. Mm-hmm. Okay. And then, because I know that if they're commission-based, like how do you keep up with, I guess, transactions? Like to make sure that everything is being cashed out the way it's, because I know some people have issues with that.
Yeah.
With that.
No, so we actually have a really good CRM system. We use Boulevard.
Okay.
And so that has really transformed the way that for not only the nail artist experience, but also for our guests. So one of the things that we're able to do, each of the nail artists have an app that is they're able to see their schedule. Anything that comes to the door has to get booked through the app. So the nail artist can book their own appointments, but it has to go through Boulevard. And we say that because we want to ensure that the guest experience is seamless for any guest. And so our guest services team is responsible for, like, for instance, if people want to have nail art done, right? And nail art is wonderful, but it needs preparation.
Yes.
And so we have a system in which we ask the guests to be able to upload their nail art in advance. The guest services team, either 2 or 3 days before, goes through everyone's profile to see if those nail art is uploaded. And from that, we're able to see, do we have the charms? Do we have the color? Do we have everything that we need to ensure that when this guest walks in, we can execute? And so we have little things like that. We have like a system of like putting notes in. So I know always so many people, especially me, I have a color that I love. But Lord knows every time I go in the salon, you can't remember the number. But we put little things like that in our system so that we know when this guest walks in, okay, this is the color that she's getting. This is the base that she wants. So
it sounds really catered.
Yeah, Very much so. So I think the nail artists recognize the impact of that, of basically having a team that supports them 100%, and they get to just really focus on doing what they love, and we support them 100% of the way, and everyone ends up being a bit more happy. The guest is happier
Mm-hmm.
because we're prepared. The nail artist is happy because for them, managing their books is one of the most challenging things I think to be able to do. So they get to just focus on doing what they love.
But they're still managing. Well, I know you're saying managing their books because everything is pretty much done to that through the app, so it probably would just really seem seamless. So does everybody check out with the
Everybody checks out at the front desk. Yep,
okay?
everybody has to check out at
And
the
so
front
you
desk.
have a receptionist here 7 days from the time they open and
We have
close.
a guest services team member at the desk every single day of the week. I've thought about like transitioning to just having an iPad and have people check in, but I think there's something unique and
That's
special,
experience,
yeah,
yeah.
about when you walk through the door. Majority of the time, you're greeted by your name. You're greeted with a smile. We're offering beverages, like we have wine, we have margarita wine. We actually have our beer and wine license, so we're legally allowed to be able to serve. So
Mm.
we really, go above and beyond to make sure that the guest experience is what it should be.
So can you tell the people, because especially if you don't have a nail background,
Hmm.
what are some things that you experienced that you didn't know that you was going to experience until you got here? Like,
That's a great question. So one, I think it's a difficult acknowledgement, but it's one that I have to make, is that there are a lot of salons that cut corners. There are things that happen in the background that many of us are not privy to as
mm-hmm.
customers. And buying a salon and stepping into that and seeing all those things that were in the background that I was not aware of, I think that has been that has taken us about 3 years to unravel all of those bad habits, all of those sore points. So I think for me, that's probably one of the biggest areas. Second, it's going to be cultural differences
Mm.
and age differences in terms of team members. I have some team members that are grandmas. I have some team members that are just starting out in their career. And so being able to find ways to meet each of those people where they are and to ensure that they are still feeling supported for what they're able to bring to the salon, and to cater my approach to be able to meet that.
Wow. And I see that you have all ethnic groups working here.
So,
So were they already here, most of them?
so three of them are from the original owner that
Okay.
have stuck beside me for
Wow.
this 3 year journey. So, and then everyone else is people that I've hired along the way. Yeah.
So is this a walk-in? Do you guys get walk-ins or pretty much more of an
We
appointment
can take
base?
walk-ins, but because we have such a tailored approach, we love if we're able to book an appointment, because it just allows the experience to be much better. And I'll give you an example. One of the things that we also try to do is, if we talk to the guest on the phone or if they submit their nail art to us,
Mm-hmm.
we want to match them with somebody that's going to be able to execute what they want. And everyone at the front desk knows the strengths and weaknesses of all of our nail artists.
Okay.
So we like to be able to have the opportunity to do a personality match and to also do like an artistry match.
Y'all got it going on over
Yeah,
here.
so that's really in my heart to do, because I think sometimes people walk into, whether it's a hair salon or a nail salon, and they be like, "Oh, I can just go to anybody." You cannot. Like there's a right person for
That's
you,
true.
right? Like
Yeah.
that you're going to vibe with, that you're going to feel like a connection with, and we want to make sure that we're doing everything that we can to get that. Sometimes we get it wrong, and that's okay. We're committed to fixing it, but we really try from the beginning to get it right.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So I know you've been here for 3 years, right?
Mhm.
And where do you see the salon going in the next 5? Because it seems like you done found your sweet spot now. Everything feel like it's working on automatic. It's beautiful in here. Like what's the vision for like the next 5 years? And have you ever thought that far yet?
Yeah, I have. And I'm gonna try not to cry about this, because right now this year has been probably. Usually people say once you get to year 3 or 5, that's when you're supposed to take off. But this year has been a doozy
Mm.
for me and for the business. But my vision ultimately is a 10,000 square foot space.
Would you
And
keep this, or you just
I would
build out, or
no,
no?
I would either be able to expand this space or for us to move into another space.
Okay. What's the square footage here?
We're 2,200 square feet. Yeah. So to be able to, one of the things that we have done a great job of doing is bringing in education for not only my nail artists, but also for the community. So we've been able to host our certified master pedicurist training where people as far as like Texas came to the salon to be able to do the training. We did a GELEC certification that we were able to partner with a pre-university to do. And then we also have Havenly Skill Series that the senior nail artists take time to be able to train some of our less tenured team members, whether it be on efficiency or any other skill where we're seeing that there's gaps and we ask them to step in to help train. So I say that because I want to be able to have a space that's able to do that on a larger scale. Okay. So to be able to have like a whole space where we can do education. I also have a dream and a heart to be able to do community events here, to be able to have people come in. So I made sure that some of our nail artists are certified master pedicurists because I recognize early on, especially with my infectious disease background, that there are people who come in that have diabetes, that have chronic illnesses that should not be doing water-based pedicures. And so I want to be able to have a whole kind of build out to be able to serve the community, to have people come in and be able to get these services. Mm-hmm. And ultimately, like I said, I felt like as I've been going, like the nail salon is the perfect touch point to be able to educate those people who are also patients on proper care of their feet, proper diabetic management. And me having my healthcare background has allowed me to see that. So to be able to branch out into those two things, to expand our wine and beer services. I want to have a bar in here. It's just so much that I is on my heart for what I think the salon could be. But it's in God's hands.
I remember one time, and this was before COVID, I used to have a dream of having a salon because I've been in the nail industry for 24 years. Mm-hmm. So I've had a couple of salons back and forth. Mm-hmm. And I had a dream of actually like on the top floor, like you said, it would kind of be just like a restaurant. This whole advertisers yes. And they would have a live jazz band, yes. And then you would just go downstairs, but you can still hear the music. Yes. Would you ever leave?
No, I would not. No, I wouldn't.
Listen. So, but if you get the bigger space, would you still keep this? What do you think?
I don't know. I think right now it's literally in God's hands right now because I have done all that I can do with where we are here. I think we have a great team. I think one of the other pieces that I've built out too is we have some really amazing products too. So we have a product line, a Havenly Beauty product line that we have scrubs and lotions. So to be able to build out all these things on a broader scale, that's my ultimate dream. You've done a great
job for someone who is not in the nail industry.
I know, right?
I'm serious.
If you ask my husband, he'd be like, I don't ask no questions. No more. I know. I don't ask any questions. I know. She's just gonna do something crazy time and time again.
So did you guys hear about the Nail Excellence Awards late at the? When did you guys hear about it?
We did. Yeah, my manager actually sent it to me, and I think it was like a couple of days before you actually had the event. But when I saw the pictures and I saw the event, it looked amazing. So hopefully I'm praying that we'll be able to participate next year.
What do you mean? It's a no-brainer.
Yes, okay. I know.
You guys have too much going on. Not to nominate yourself, have the clients, but I'll give you information on how to do that. Okay.
We love that.
So I know we're coming around to the end. You're the second person that I interviewed that didn't have a nail background and just felt like they wanted to open up a salon just because of the need of what wasn't available to them. Was there any time during this journey that you felt like saying, you know what, I just don't want to do it anymore? Not that you were, but that feeling came about. Like, what was that experience like?
Yeah, actually, to be fully transparent with you, I'm in that season right now.
Oh, wow.
Because
so do you feel like you're half and half sweet spot or still half and half in that season?
I don't know what's next.
Okay.
And I'll be honest, we actually were sued this year by a previous customer who had come to the salon like maybe 6 months after I opened. And she, the details of the case don't matter, but it obviously was not good for the salon to experience that, especially that the person who sued us was someone who looks like me and you. So that was my heart in opening the salon, to do better by women who look like me, but more importantly, everyone, but most importantly for people who look like me. So that was a gut punch
Did you feel
for
like that
me.
was something intentional, or was it really a mistake? Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
I think it was a mix of both.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was a mix of both. I think there was intention there, but I think we had to acknowledge where our practices were at that time. I had just taken over the salon, so we were still in the between two different cultures, two different ways of life. We weren't even 1 year out; we were 6 months in. So at that point, we still had the old team, we still had the old processes. I was still learning the business. So I had to, I have to take accountability there for responsibility there. But at the same time, it's a difficult thing to go through, right? To walk through that. So for me right now, experiencing that, like I said, I think it's in God's hands in terms of what is my next step and where do I go from here. And I can just hope and pray that it's up. But if it's not, then I know I'm committed to that. I really did my best.
I think it's already up because I can feel your intentions. And I think that it was just a lesson because based off of where you're trying to go, there are certain things that need to be in place so that it doesn't hurt you harder than what that did, right?
Yes.
So I think that you're fine.
No.
I can feel the intentions of you. And that was just an early lesson.
Yes.
I mean, nobody grows when things are going smooth, honestly, because you really can't see it then. You have to be able to feel the growth and in order for us to move on, guys. So don't think that every time it's hurting, it means to stop or it's time to quit. No, hurting really means let's reevaluate before we move forward.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if anything else that I can say to any other business owner is make sure that you have insurance. More than anything, in that one period when it happened, my liability insurance had lapsed.
Oh my God.
In the 3 years that I owned Nail Haven, it was that one
You didn't
month.
know.
I didn't know. And it was that 1 month that that customer came in. And so it's a painful journey, but it's like at the same time, it's 2020 because now I know so much more than I did back then. So there's no regrets in it. But I would encourage everyone from the beginning, even if you're in your home, if you're in a salon suite, make sure that you are covered, that you do not skip over having insurance because the value of that is immense.
Absolutely. And just like if she's saying if she has 2,200 square feet or 2,000 square feet now and she wants to go to 10, there are things that she's going to have to learn and embody to handle 10,000 square feet, right?
Selena, what you just said to me is something that I've had to learn is that the Mia that had the dream in 2017, the Mia that walked into the space that as an owner in September of 2022 is not the same Mia that can take that vision. And so you have to be willing to almost take the good and the bad and be able to say that person couldn't have stepped into what you're stepping into. And so you have to be committed to, even if it's painful, that it's okay because ultimately it's going to work out for good.
It does. If you can just take a second and step outside of the situation and look at it as if you were watching a movie of somebody else and then say, okay, well, if I was, because when we're watching a movie, we can always tell somebody else what to do. And when it's happening to us, sometimes we can't because we're feeling it. We can feel the emotional part of what's happening. So we can't make a conscious decision on what to do next, right? But did you have any mentorship during this whole process or everything was just trial and error, right?
Just trial and error. Yeah. Trial and error.
Listen, I get it. I know. But and honestly, what happens is when you don't have, I ain't gonna say if you don't have mentorship, but if you don't take the time to step outside of yourself and see what's going on, the same things will constantly keep happening over and over and over. And you keep saying, why me? Because you're not getting it. You're missing it. It's not, the answer is always in the mirror, guys. It's always in the mirror. It's nobody else.
Yeah.
It's always in the mirror.
Absolutely.
Now, as we come to an end, and I know that you're not a nail tech, but if you can give words of encouragement to business owners or other people that are thinking about opening up a nail salon, you cannot say don't quit and stay motivated.
No,
You have to say something else, okay? Because I tell everybody that.
Oh, I would say so many different things. But the one that's coming to my heart right now is that you have to be okay that growth is not linear. It is not a forward direction. There's going to be days where you got to take 10 steps back. There's going to be days when you get to take 10 steps forward. And both of those things, whatever direction you're going in, is still growth. It's still learning. It's still a journey. And that's okay. The other thing that I would say to you is that it is two things can be true. And that for me saved me so much in that it can be true that I have a great business concept, I have a great business idea, and I have great intentions. But it can also be true that there's some things that still need to be changed and some things that need to be fixed, and some people that aren't going to like the
Absolutely.
business, right? That the salon, as much as it is, I want it to be for everyone, it's not for everyone. And I have to be okay with that. That those two things can both be true, and it's not a bad thing. People can have their perspective, and I can have mine, and that's
Absolutely, because everybody has an opinion. I think if people have to calm down and take the emotions out of it, you have your own opinion, your own way of thinking things. You like stuff, somebody else might like something different. Please just calm down. I even tell my daughter this all the time. Please just calm down.
Yeah.
Please. Okay.
The other thing that I know I'm supposed to be ending, but the other thing that I think about is I think I hear a lot of people say that business is not personal, but I think that's a tough pill to swallow because sometimes it is personal and it is emotional, and you have to be able to have those like your other people, whoever you call on, whether it is that you're calling on a higher power or you're calling on people who are next to you or beside you, to be able to rationalize and to see if my emotional intelligence is where it is and whether I'm looking at a situation in the right way. So to be okay that emotions exist, but trying not to make business decisions that are based on emotions that have only been validated by you and not by other people in your council.
You might gonna have to break that down a little bit, because even when you say try not to make business decisions from an emotional standpoint, do you think you can give an example?
Yeah, so I would say for me as a owner, I've had to realize that everybody's not me.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't let people go because they're not me. I can find people that have strengths that are different than me and accept them for that and not make decisions because they didn't do it the way that I wanted it to be done. And for me, that's like an emotional basis because I get upset, like, well, you didn't do what I want. But I was like, they're not you. So what did they do that you can find the good in? And then maybe we can coach to get to the expectation that you have, but don't make an emotional decision that that person isn't a good fit for you. And again, I'm not saying for someone who's doing something detrimental to to the salon or causing harm, but just making decisions, especially in acknowledging that people are at different stages of their life, different journeys. I've had to keep my emotions in check with realizing everybody is human and I can't make decisions based off of one instance.
So was this a learned behavior or?
For me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It sounds like it was a learned behavior.
I'm still learning. I think I am and I don't want to sound like I'm tooting my own horn, but I'm a highly self-motivated,
I could tell.
self-reflective person that I like. If I step into something that says I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to get it done. But I have had to realize that everyone else doesn't operate like that.
Yes.
And that's okay. There's some people that they don't have a dream right now. And that's okay. That doesn't mean that they're any different or any less. It just means that God gave each of us different gifts. And my gift is this, and their gift is something else.
Absolutely. Because you need the energy of those people to help you operate. Because if everybody was operating with you, you wouldn't be able to get anything done because they were like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah,
So, yeah, I know we keep saying we coming to an end, guys. I know that we keep saying that, but we can come to an end. But yeah. So I hope you guys really enjoy this. I really love talking to Mia. I love talking to business owners, especially people that own nail salons, guys. I really, really do. We will see you guys next week on another edition of Nails Are a Lifestyle. And say bye, Nia.
Thank you so much, Selena. I'm so grateful for you choosing us and thinking of us, especially since we missed the awards and we weren't there. But we're going to support
That's
you
okay.
100%.
That's all right.
So thank you so
Okay.
much for this opportunity.
All right. See you later, guys. Bye bye.